from Southsea Bathing Hut here, just coming to you with another little weekly wellness. Today's weekly wellness that we're going to be doing is a hand and foot ritual. So either hand or foot, you can do both if you wanted to. They're both quite similar, and the only thing that's different to them really is just the massage techniques that we're going to be giving ourselves. What I'll do is I'll do the full demonstration on my hands, and then what I'll do is I'll sort of do a little cut, and then we'll just do the massage ritual on the foot as well, so that you can get a feel for both of them. It's totally up to you whether you want to do the full ritual, so the full hand and foot ritual, or you could just do one or the other, whatever you feel like fits your lifestyle most. The hand ritual is a beautiful, beautiful treatment. It's super nourishing for all of our hands. I mean, we've all been using some anti-bac soaps, hand sanitizers, trying to get rid of all the germs, but unfortunately they're probably leaving our hands a little bit worse for wear. I know mine are super dry at the moment. I also suffer with eczema on my hands, so you can probably see I've got like super dry areas on my hands, and my cuticles are just gross and disgusting because they're so dry. But hopefully we will be able to nourish the skin today, work on the cuticles to sort of soften them a little bit, and then give ourselves a lovely massage treatment as well, just to nourish the skin. And same for the feet as well, just focusing on the areas of concern. So for me, it's like my dry heels. I'm always barefoot, so luckily I've been walking around with flip-flops on because the sun's been nice, but normally I'm just barefoot, and my feet do take quite a lot of the brunt of my lifestyle, so they are always dry and really cracked, so I do have to keep on top of them just to try and keep them a little bit soft and supple. So just to start off before we ramble on for forever, all you need for your little treatment that you're going to be doing to yourself is a bowl of water. You can either use one just to fit one hand in, or both hands. For me, I've just got both hands just because it's easier. And then your liquid hand and body soap. So the hand and body soap, it's a beautiful way to get rid of all the nasty germs, but without stripping the skin from all the nourishment themselves. So our lovely liquid hand and body soap is made from olive oil and seaweed. So the olive oil itself is going to help to nourish the skin while it's cleansing away the dirt and the grime. So almost just as good as an anti-bac soap would be, just washing underneath hot soapy water with the liquid hand soap will do just as good of a job, but even better, because it's not going to strip the skin from all of the lovely goodness that it needs. So first product that we're going to be using is this one, and then the second product is our little hero product from last week, the Salty Sea Scrub. I'm going to use my last little bit using on my hands and my feet. If you didn't see last week's video, this product is full of nutrients and vitamins, Epsom salts, which are amazing for sort of detoxifying the body, buffing away those dead skin cells to reveal smoother, more beautiful skin. So that's that one. And then we're going to go in with our lovely pot of coconuts. So from our first video, for a little coconut oil cuticle work that we're going to be doing, no fancy tools or anything, we're just going to be using our fingertips and our nails just to tease back the cuticle from the nail plate, but we're going to be using a lovely pot of coconuts to do that. And then we're going to be doing a lovely hand and arm massage with our vitamin C balm. So the vitamin C balm itself is jam-packed full of nature's finest moisturising ingredients. So you've got sweet almond oil, coconut oil, shea butter, soya bean oil, and olive oil as well. So sorry, I had to write them all down to remember them all, because it's just fabulous and packed with antioxidants, which are going to be protecting our skin and deeply nourishing the skin as well. So that's that one. You have got an optional, whether you wanted to or not. I've got the little botanical facial steam, so it's a beautiful, beautiful floral botanical product. So you can use this as your facial steam, which is what it would normally be used for. So you can pop a couple of sort of pinches into a bowl of water and gently steam the face, or gently cleanse the face. But as well as it cleanses the face, it's amazing at cleansing the soles and cleansing the hands. So if you wanted to sort of up your little soak, you can add a little bit of your botanical facial steam into your soak to make it look a little bit pretty, and also have those amazing botanical benefits as well. But if you wanted to see all of the sort of info in detail, just go to the website, and I've written a little blog on there, so you could also follow it step by step on there as well. Just makes it a little bit easier. But yeah, this is a totally optional Sometimes what I like to do if I'm doing the full ritual is to run a bowl of warm water big enough to soak my feet in, pop a couple of drops of the pinches of the botanical facial steam in, and add maybe like a couple of drops of the blooming bath oil and then you get that luxurious milky aroma, so that you're going to sort of set your intention, chill for the evening, soak your feet. It's going to fill the room with the beautiful aromas while it's soaking your feet and cleansing the soles. And then while I'm soaking my feet, I like to then do my hand ritual, so I'm sort of like doing both things at once, or you can just do either or, totally up to you. But yeah, so that's an optional one. I'm not going to use it for my hands, just because I'm going to use this water for a couple of the other steps, and I don't want all the lovely floral essences to get all oily and salty with the salty sea scrub. So first things first, I'm going to remove all the jewellery that I have on, because we want to try and get to as much skin as possible. So just removing all your jewellery. And then first things first is we're going to take a couple of pumps of the hand and body soap. So just 2 or 1, however you feel like you need the amount of product. And then just gently cleansing the hands, making sure that we get the full hands. And you can sort of got the forearm as well. Give like a little massage as you do, because we are going to be working on the forearm as well. So just gentle circular motions, and then just washing off with the water. So that's now. And then just drying off with the towel. And now that they're dry, we're going to then be using the Salty Sea Scrub to do a little exfoliation just to buff away the dead skin cells. So it's going to reveal beautiful, soft, supple skin, and it's also going to leave that lovely, like luxurious, oily residue on the skin as well. So it's going to feel hydrated without feeling like too stripped of all the goodness. So just you only need a little bit of this going in. Smells so good. And I mean, here you can take a moment just to warm the product through the hands as it starts to melt away, and you get that lovely oil onto the palms, and then you can take a couple of deep breaths. That smells so good. And then just gently exfoliating over the hands. You can see it's quite gentle. Gently exfoliating the hands, and then I always like to sort of focus on my fingers and my nails as well, and just exfoliating over those as well, not to forget them. Working on the knuckles. Knuckles can get a little bit dry, sore, cracked. So just working on the knuckles with gentle circular motions, upwards to the tips of the fingers. Like so. And then you can work it up your arms if you want to, always in upward motions towards the heart. Okay, and then just rinsing that off. Because you've only used a small amount of product, there's not going to be like loads of salt everywhere, so just be careful when you are using that product not to use too much. It works, a little goes a long way. So that's that. And then just drying off with a towel. And then you can get rid of your towel and your water, because you don't really need that anymore. And I'm just going to pop the soap and the exfoliant to one side. What I'm actually going to do is just put the towel on the table so I don't ruin my table with all the lovely oils. So that's that. So now we're ready to do the cuticle work. So you can see already my hands are looking a lot more hydrated than they did before I started. So starting off with a little bit of cuticle oil, which is our lovely pot of coconuts that we're going to be using. And you only need a small amount here, because we're literally only using the tips of the fingers, only using it on the tips of the fingers and the nails. And then just apply it to the nails massaging it into the cuticle. So if you didn't watch the first video, the coconut oil itself is naturally antibacterial. So sometimes cuticles can become dry and they can crack, and then they become sore, and then that sort of sometimes can open up to infection. So coconut oil is amazing because it's got that natural antibacterial property. So it's going to hopefully prevent any infection or anything like that. Not that we're going to be snipping the cuticle today anyway. So that's it. So we've gently massaged that into our nails. So you can see it's lovely and hydrated now. So now what we're going to do is just gently tease, sort of working from the tip of the nail down towards the cuticle, gently teasing down the cuticle from the nail plate. And take as long as you want here. Some people may have amazing cuticles and not need a lot of work, but just gently teasing them down. I mean, this is quite difficult to do on your feet, so don't worry too much if you can't continue to do this on your feet. I mean, it's quite an awkward position to do it on yourself, but just try the best you can. But like I said before, the coconut oil has amazing antibacterial properties anyway, so it's going to soften the cuticles anyway. So yeah, so just gently teasing the cuticle down from the nail plate. And the reason that we're doing this is just to promote healthy nail growth. We don't want cuticles that are overgrown on the nail. So I'm just going to do it really quick here, otherwise I'll be here all day. So yeah, so just take as long as you want here, just to give yourself a little bit of cuticle work. If you don't have long nails, it's not a problem either. Just use the tip of your finger just to tease the nail, tease the cuticle back. That's that. And then also, by doing that, gives the illusion of like a longer nail as well. So you can see. It does give the illusion of a longer nail plate, so in turn, your nails hopefully should look a little bit longer. My nails are never normally this long, so I'm trying to keep them as long as possible because I normally have them short to do treatments in. So trying to keep them as long and as strong as possible. So yeah, we'll go with that. So once you finish your cuticle work, we're then going to go in and give ourselves a lovely little massage. So we're using the vitamin C balm to do that. So just grabbing a kind of like a generous amount of balm, I'd say like that amount, but just sort of see what works for you. Totally up to you whether you wanted to sort of extend your massage and go fully up the whole arm. You could do that if you wanted to, but I'm just going to work on the hand and the forearm as well today. So what I like to do is just work on one hand at each time, because otherwise it gets a little bit confusing. Oh gosh, it smells so good. So I've got the mint and orange vitamin C balm, and it smells amazing, super minty. So you can take a moment here just to take some deep breaths, inhale the aromas. The mint itself leaves the skin feeling super fresh and clean and deeply hydrated. So yeah, so I'm literally just gently stroking to the palm and up to the elbow, just to warm the muscles up and apply the product. So that's like step one for our massage, is just gently massage and stroke up to the elbow and back down with a gentle pressure, nothing too crazy. Okay, and then we're going to be focusing firstly on the arm, so working on the front of the arm, just using your thumb to almost do like a little fun walk, working up. So with your fingers underneath the arm and your thumb on the top, you can kind of feel the dip between the two bones in your arm just there. So if you just gently thumb walk up the arm and then slide back down. All right, sometimes you might feel a little bit of tension in this area. We've been lugging around too much shopping or carrying children. Our arms do hold quite a lot of tension. And we sort of repeat each step 3 times. Just thumb walking gently up to the elbow, like so. And then what I like to do is then turn my arm over, and we're now going to be working on the forearm here, so in the middle of the arm, and doing the same thumb walking motion up through the space between the two bones, you'll feel like a muscular dip. So just following that line, always working upwards towards the heart from the wrist. And we're pumping that blood flow back to the heart, invigorating the lymphatic system to take away other toxins and waste in our body. We're doing that. Okay. And then gently squeeze and slide back to the palm. And now we're going to start working and warming the hand up, because we're going to start massaging the hand and then into the palm as well. Alright, so just small circular motions right up to the tips of the fingers. You can probably see already the blood flow in my hand is getting a lot more red because we're pumping the blood. Alright, and then once we've worked the palm and we've started to warm the muscles, now just use gentle motions over the front of the hand, working through each and every metacarpal bones. And then once you've done that sort of 3 times, whatever feels good for you, you can then continue that movement up into the fingers. I always feel that my fingers hold quite a lot of tension. You can feel them like clicking and popping, and that tension just melting away. Like so, working through each finger and up to the thumb. Alright, and then what I like to do once I've got to the thumb is just turn my thumb over, and sort of where your fingerprint finds that middle point at the swirl, if you just grab your other thumb and just put a gentle pressure just onto that, that's the reflexology point there for the pituitary gland. And the pituitary gland is the master gland of the body, and so it's going to start to ignite all of the body's hormone systems, endocrine systems, and it's amazing for sort of releasing stress, anxiety, migraines, sleep patterns. Just spend a moment here, listening to your body, feeling that tension. Alright, so you can release and then grab another little bit of a pressure, and then release, and then another pressure. Alright, and then once you've done that 3 times, you can then sort of work your way, and now we're going to be working into the palm here. And so just gently feeling any tension in sort of this area. I know my muscle of my thumb gets super tight, but we're always on our phones, texting. So just working up that muscle. I mean, I've got a little bit of tension here. And just feeling whatever's good for you, whether you wanted to use your finger or your thumb. Just to feel around. And in gentle circular motions, just massaging away that tension. And then what I like to do is then work up sort of the inside of the fingers. So working upwards, up the little finger, and then almost give like a little pull to just create a little bit of space between the joints, and then a pressure at the tip of the finger. So sliding upwards, gentle pull, and then a little pressure at the tip of the finger. Gentle pull, pressure. Gentle pull, pressure, and then a gentle pull and pressure. Alright, and then that's sort of like our hand massage done on one side. Each limb should take around 5 to 10 minutes, just take as long as you wish. Feel the tension in your body, listen to your body, and just gently work it out with gentle circular motions, however you feel that your body needs it. But spend sort of 5 to 10 minutes there, and then working on your other arm, like this. I'm not going to do my other arm, otherwise we'll be here forever, but just making sure that you are working on both sides, just to create balance within the body. Don't just normally do one arm and then forget about it. Do try and do both arms at once. I'm not going to do that because otherwise we'll be here forever, but that will just create balance within the body, and just let you just chill for a moment and unwind the mind for a second. So yeah, so that's that. With your hand and arm ritual, your hands now will be feeling nice and moisturised and beautiful and fragrant. Oh, so good. And then if you wanted to, you could then carry on with your foot ritual. So carrying on from here, if you'd already been soaking your feet, then that's great because you've sort of done that step already. If not, you can go grab a bowl of water and pop a couple of pinches of your botanical facial steam in there, and then maybe like a pump of blooming body bath, and then just follow the same steps with your feet. So cleansing the feet firstly with the liquid hand and body soap, and then soaking off into the water, drying with towels, and then exfoliating with the salty sea scrub, focusing on any areas that you may have your dryness. So for me, it's like around the bottom of the heels, just working on those areas there. So then rinsing that off with the water, and just drying off with a towel, and then working at the cuticles with the lovely pot of coconut oil, teasing the cuticle back from the nail plate, and then massaging with the lovely vitamin C hand and body balm. So what I'll do is I'll kind of cut the video now and then I will try and give you a little bit of a tutorial on how to do a leg and foot massage. So yeah, pause. Lovely vitamin C balm. So what I was going to do is just talk you through the massage, and we can sort of do a little massage along. So I'll take my jewellery off and then go ahead. What are we doing, Ted? Oh, smells good. So just grab yourself a little amount of product. I'm going to work on this leg today just to show you. So just warming the product in your hands. You can take a moment here just to inhale the aroma. Smells so good. And then just applying gently to the soles of the feet, and then up to the knee as well. So just do this sort of however many times you wish, but I'd sort of recommend 3 times, just to gently apply the product. And when we're massaging, we're always working with the pressure upwards. Oh, what have I got? Always working the pressure upwards. So we're working to sort of push that lymph and push that blood back up to the heart. So we're working slowly and gently on the down, but then with pressure on the up. Alright, so once you've done that sort of effleurage movement, you're then going to come into the back of the calf, so this area here, just with your finger and thumb, so you're just cupping the calf in small circular motions, just working up towards the heart, just finding any tension areas in our calf muscles, and then sliding down, and then working upwards. Like so. And sort of do that 3 times. As fast or as slow as however you wish. Alright. And then once you've done there, sort of coming into the back of the heel and the Achilles here, just giving yourself a little Achilles stretch. That's quite a common place for people to feel quite a lot of tension in that area. So sort of let your foot be loose and gently massage that area. You can, if you wish as well, just give yourself a little stretch. Stretch that Achilles. Stretch your foot down. Just working on the Achilles tendon just there. And then coming down to the front of the leg, just working on the ankle bones here. So again, so slowly down, gently, and then with the pressure upwards. Gently down, and the pressure upwards. around that area. Right. And then we're coming then down onto the feet. So what we're aiming to do here is just warm the muscles of the feet up. So it's called a shuffle. So you're just sort of creating a little bit of friction with your hands and gently shuffling all over the feet just to warm those muscles out. Do that for however long you feel like you need to. Alright, and then just smoothing all of that stimulated blood flow back up to the heart. Like so. And then coming down onto the front of the foot and just the thumbs over the top and the fingers to the sole, just using gentle circular motions, working over the top of the foot. Like so. And then if you feel like there's sort of some tension there, just listen to your body, see what it's saying to you. I can feel some like crunching and tension in the sort of base of my toes here. So just working on that area for a little bit longer. And then once you're finished with the top of the foot, just come along and work on the toes. So gently massaging with the thumb and the finger up the toe, and once you get to the tip of the toe, just a gentle pressure and then like a little pull just to create space between the joints of the toes. All right. Yep. And then I sort of like to switch my hands and then work with my other hand up the big toe. And then come into the sole of the foot. So sort of using your thumbs to as far round to the sole as possible without my hair getting everywhere. And then just using gentle circular motions across the soles of the feet. So however and wherever you feel like you need to focus that massage. Do some drags, working on the heel. And then, once you're finished, just smoothing over the area, just to flow all of that blood and lymph back up to the heart. Sort of cool the muscles down from the massage and smooth. And what you want to do is just find your solar plexus. So if you draw an imaginary line down from the big toe and the middle toe, down sort of to where the little hollow of your foot would be. So your solar plexus reflex point is literally just there. You'll feel it on yourself. Sometimes you can just squeeze from either side of your foot and you'll sort of create a little dimple sort of in there. So what you want to do is just put a little bit of pressure just into that reflex point. Just take a moment here to take a deep breath. Balance the mind, balance the body. And then, once you're done there, spend as long as you want there. And then coming back up to the knee. And then losing contact. Like so. But you can see that the vitamin C balm gives a lovely slip and glide. It's a beautifully nourishing product as well. So your feet are going to feel super soft and supple afterwards. Just remember that there's free delivery over £15 on the website. And if you sign up to be on our mailing list for your first order, you get 10% off as well. So just head on over to there. Also, if you head on over to the website, you'll find that there's a little step-by-step guide of all of the massage movements that I've been sort of talking you through today as well, with the hand ritual and with the foot and leg ritual. So there's lots of info over there. I hope everyone had a lovely Easter weekend and enjoyed the sunshine. And yeah, I think that's everything. Thank you to my lovely husband for filming for me today. But yeah, bye.